Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 10 of my Rags to Riches Get Famous edition. And if you are returning, welcome back. And it's pretty much where we left off in the last part. I have Jasper working on a video, because you can make quite a bit of money from that, and that will also help him with his charisma skill. So I'm going to hit play. And Felicity over here, I'm going to have her work on her Renaissance sim. I always like to get extra points, but she needs to. The book I want her to read is the handiness skill, because it would be good for her to have some handiness. It's actually, handiness is useful with the acting career, because for some of the commercials, they require you to have handiness, and it's also good for her to have in order to fix things. So, of course, I can't remember if I already have bought the free services trait for her. I just don't know, but I normally will get it at some point if I don't have it. So I need to go on to skill. I'll double check that once I finish this while I have her reading the handiness skill book. And I find that if you start them with the handiness skill book, they're less likely to get the pinched nerves and pinched finger, or that's what it is, pinched finger. So I usually prefer to have them read a bit of the handiness skill book to get the basic lower level handiness up, and then when they're repairing things like the broken toilet and the broken sink and the broken shower, they're less likely to pinch a finger, and they're also less likely to get electrocuted when repairing electronics. If you get to like level 3, I don't know that I've ever had anyone shocked from repairing electronics if they're at least level 3 of it. I mean, maybe it does happen. Maybe my Sims are in decent enough mood, so it's also less likely to happen. I'm not really sure. But this will also help her with finishing reading 3 books, because this will count as one of the books she needs to read for this. And because she has done the, before, off camera, she did the scouting career or after school activity. It counts as a career, so it will count as the first tier, and the drama club should count as the second tier. I'm thinking, I haven't actually done that yet. We'll find out for sure. I'm only thinking that because I know, there she is with that. She's tense, I see from that. I could actually remove that perk, but it doesn't seem to be much point in removing the perk with a potion. I noticed that when I was looking through, the perks, but I'm concerned with her being a teen. She's very likely to get it back again, and I don't know if I've seen some reports that even the potion removing it doesn't work, and I should double check on EA as their headquarters. I sometimes, as I probably have mentioned, like to skim to see for problems, mainly because I'm looking to see if an issue I'm having is reported, and sometimes the search feature doesn't work for me very well, though search is a good way to start. Just if you don't find it, then I sometimes scroll through the more recent reports to see if it is there, usually because it's a new glitch, so I expect if it's reported new, freshly. Now, let's take a look at Jasper, because I think we can breed the frogs again. Let me see which ones are, I think these are our more expensive ones, if I remember correctly, the leopard one, or is it, yeah, I'm not seeing anything here that would be more valuable than leopard, so that seems to be I'm often used to having a whirly flower frog, but I don't know that they have the components to really make a whirly flower frog, so that's why. So they're lucky just to have anything. And of course, I'm keeping all these cheap ones in their inventory because one of the next things I'm going to have, just a second, let me do this, Felicity work on is her vampire lore skill, because then she can turn all of these cheap frogs into plasma packs, and they're worth 50 simoleons versus the 10 that they are right now. And I think I'm gonna have her, oh, we got done. So I'll pause on what I'm gonna have her do. How to be happy on nothing. So I guess they don't have nothing anymore. They have a little bit more than nothing. So he is done with that, and I don't know, because the kids can't use this, so I can't remember where his media skill is. Let me drag this up so I can see better. He has a no media skill, so I don't know that he's going to do a very good job of editing this video. It is fair already, so that's a good thing. So you know what? He can edit it. We're going to have him edit it, because that will help him with his media skill, because he's probably, oh, of course he can't. I need a chair. I was doing this in another just offline one, and I had forgotten that they needed to work with this. So he was able to record because that's standing, but to actually edit, you need to sit down and to do a few other things too. So let me go into comfort, and actually I'm just going to get a cheap chair, like this chair over here. I'm going to put this there. Foldy from City Living, that's where that one comes, and it's very, very cheap. So now, let me try that one again. We're going to view video inventory, and we're going to try editing the video. And we'll see. Hopefully he doesn't make it worse when he's editing it. That would be a good thing. And I guess at the end of the last part, now I remember, I had given them a greenhouse, which is why they have very little money. I remember that. So did she, oh right, she didn't do anything because I never got her set up because I got the pop-up that the video was done. So let's go in here and go into entertainment. And I'll have her take we don't have a pet. Take a selfie. If I do add a pet to their family, I will add it through Create a Sim, because there are issues with pets that you adopt right now that you can't become companions and you can't lecture them. And I actually prefer to pick my pets because I like to pick their traits. So I just tend to recently, even without any issues with adopting, do that instead. But, for some reason it's showing with the camera, not with the camera. Does she have a camera in her inventory? Oh, so he's acquired the media? No, she doesn't. It's just sort of to indicate, I guess. I don't know. So how did you go with that? You have finished reading your first book. And what level skill did you get to with your handiness? You're level 3. Perfect. Exactly where I want you to be. So let's take your selfie. She's going to have so many selfies in your lovely, lovely first, place where you're living. Oh my God, it's not your first home because she did have a home, and she does have a home. It's just that she's choosing not. They want to stay in Del Sol Valley, where the action is in terms of the acting career and I guess the drama club. So she has done that, and that helped her remove that. Looking at the time, let me check their needs. They're okay for now. We're going to have her come over here and search for information on vampires. But before I do that, I'm actually, even though I'm really primarily working on this Renaissance sim, I'm actually, well, no, I'm not. I'm working, the one she needs to do is the celebrity one and the acting one. That's my goals for this Let's Play. But she can't do very much with them right now. And I actually don't really want her. I'm going to actually go over onto this good vampire, because one of the things is too, this is a good way if you have the vampire pack. You don't need to be a vampire to do a couple of the things on the bottom tier of 2 of the vampire aspirations, the good vampire and the one under the knowledge, because they both require you to use a computer to search for information on vampires, and that gives you 300 reward points. So it's actually a really good way to get some easy reward points. And then you have to reach vampire lore level 3, which you get by reading the book. So I find this I start it on 1, and then I'll flip over. I'll cancel the interaction of the searching, which is what I'm doing right there. And then I go over to the knowledge and switch to the master vampire. That's the one it is. And then we're going to have her search again. Does she actually have the book already? Did she catch it when she was fishing? Because there are some fishing spots where you can catch it, but she hasn't been fishing at those spots, so she does not have it. So now it's ticked off there, so she got another 300 points for that. So that's what I'm saying. This is a really easy way to earn some points quickly if you have access to a computer. And I didn't have her go to Willow. I don't remember if she went to the library. I think maybe they did. I can't remember. But oftentimes, if my Sims have no money, I just send them to the library in Willow Creek and have them start there because 1, you can do their searching on the computer, and 2, you can read the first book because the first book is at the library in Willow Creek. You need to have, so that if you use like the base game library in Willow Creek, it has the specific library shelves that you need to be able to read all of the level 1 skill books. A lot of the other ones don't have that, but you can get the skill books with a cheat. It's actually not in even if you do debug mode, it's not showing unless they've changed that. There's like it's a complicated sheet where it spawns it. Or I have a room on the gallery that just essentially has the library books, and there's a few other rooms up there. So if you take the room and you just, say stick that in the basement, doesn't even have to be accessible. It turns any library bookshelf that you choose to use into ones that work for a library. But it took me, so a lot of the other, like the library, if you have Get Together, that library doesn't have the bookshelf, so it doesn't work in terms of if you ever actually want to use it to get all the skill books. I never really noticed it until I did another Rags to Riches challenge, and I tried to go to the library somewhere else and use it and realized that was an issue. But there's an easy workaround for that. Just like I said, either you can use this complicated sheet, which I personally don't recommend, because when I tried it, it spawns the bookshelf where your sim is, and my sim happened to be off the lot, and so it spawned it in the world, and then therefore it was stuck there. I couldn't get any way of getting it off. I think you can do the set as head sheet, and it puts it there, and then you have your sim go to the property, and then you remove it or something like that. Still complicated, things I prefer not to do, so I just don't really do that anymore. I just grab my library bookshelf and pull it out of there. So she is busy reading. Did he actually get that? He did get that finished. So he is done. So now what we want to do is we want to check and see how that video is. Did that make it better? It didn't make any impact on it. So we're just going to upload the video. I can't imagine he's going to get a lot of money from it, but he'll get a bit. And I don't know if enough time has passed for these frogs. I'm not going to breed these, but I was just going to hover over them because that'll show me whether or not there is enough time. Oh, but it's time for school. You know what he needs to do? He needs to come over here, and before he goes to school, because school is going to be very soon, I'm going to have him rally the troops, because when they come home, she's going to go right away to the drama club, which she had already completed everything she needed to do for the drama club, i.e. her lines and whatnot. So she's done that. Good. He is coming over here to rally the troops. She won't actually be able to read as much as I had wanted her to do. She wants to practice acting. I'll take this, and I'm going to have her just read a little bit. She has to just read this for a while, so she may finish this when she gets home from school, as opposed to doing it now. As long as she gets to school before 9, I don't find it gives them a hit to their responsibility. So let's see her needs. Let me double check. Yeah, it's too soon, so we can't breed the frogs until they get back from school, because it was not enough time had passed. So she's going to go off to school. I'll be back if anything happens when they're at school, like if there's a pop-up, but otherwise we'll be back at the end of the school day. Well, we had a pop-up right away, and we also got 98 simoleons. I'm thinking from a video. I'll have to look at the pop-up once this one's off the screen, like at the message we got. So she has a running the class. The teacher has to step out for a second to talk to a parent. She asked Felicity to run the class for a little while. Should she keep following the lesson plan the teacher laid out, or do something fun and easy with her classmates? Well, all these pop-ups have random chance of being successful, so sometimes following the plan is good, and sometimes doing fun stuff is good, but I'm just going to follow the plan, though I probably should have had her do fun stuff. And she got a performance loss. Mainly because I think that would be more in keeping with her personality, but I will be back. Oh, here she is. I was going to say I'll be back, but she's back already. So she's tense from this needing her phone fix. So let's give her phone fix. Well, I'm going to just have her play a game, because I'm finding that the take a photo takes, you got to take screenshots, and I just don't feel like doing that. And also, that will also give her some fun, so that's the other thing, because she's probably coming home from school, and so I'll have her play a game. Oops, wrong sim. I'm going to have her play a game a couple of times, so that hopefully will help her fun. So she's not showing as needing fun, and it may be because she was reading, and reading is fun. It doesn't matter what you're reading, even if it's a skill book, it still gives some fun. So he does need some fun, and he's also needs some, we're going to actually rally the troops one more time, because he needs more help than she does. Be funny with Felicity, and this was record a video with the drone, so we're going to just maybe work on that with him. And get that. So, but we'll let him maybe do something fun for a bit before she does that. So I think he had already completed all of his aspirations. And there is Patchy doing some gardening. I had intended for her to do that, but oh well. He's doing it. And that just is the way it is. She can go harvest everything that'll give her guarding skill, as well as just asking him for tips once he's back on his thing. So did that help? That help her? It did help her. So, and she's going to leave really soon. So let's take a look. So we're going to breed these leopard frog before she goes off to her drama club, and then put that into Jasper's inventory, and that dragged it across a little bit, which is here. Leopard frog. She hasn't read enough of the book, and I'm not going to even bother because she leaves in such a short time. There's really no point in having her do anything. Let me check her needs. She still needs a bit more fun, so why doesn't she just play a game a couple of more times on her phone, since she already has that quirk? May as well let her keep doing that. And let's concentrate on Jasper, because she's going off. So Jasper, you need some fun. So why don't you come over here and play play Sims Forever. That will help you with your fun. And then once you're done that, why don't you study the trends? And then we're going to work on, we'll try and do that, your wish of recording a video with a drone. Because it may be that when you study the trends, which also will help him with his media skill, that we'll find a video that needs the drone to record. We'll see whether that is the case. It may not be. So let me take a look here. So he got 98 simoleons from his happy vlog video. So that's not a lot. I have seen more from other ones, but I think the thing is he didn't have very high video editing media skill to edit his video and add transitions to make it a higher quality. So I expect that reduced the amount of money we're going to get for it. But 98 simoleons is good. It's a good start. And he needs some social. So why don't we do a heartfelt compliment, help him with his manners a bit. And we can tell some harvest jokes. Let me check. Does he need help with his manners? I'm thinking he could have a little bit. And he should do his homework to work on his responsibility. So we have a sing a love song. Inspired by a new relationship, the teacher wants everyone to sing a solo love song in drama club today. Felicity knows that a song involving the group would be more impactful and dramatic. Should she sing a solo or a group love song? Sing a group love song. Let's see what happens. The teacher was not happy with the song, but the group loved it. Everyone else in drama club seemed to be making eyes at Felicity by the end. Felicity gains fame for the risky move. I actually don't really want her to get too famous, to be honest, right now, because I don't want her to get to level 3, but it's also good because it'll help her maintain this, because level 3 right now, I've had this happen with one of my Sims, and it's also reported glitch. They'll do the slow fame walk, the celebrity walk at level 3, even though they're not actually supposed to get it to level 4. And because they're not supposed to get it to level 4, you can't turn it off without a mod. So the mod that was created to help with, before they fixed, because they had it so that you couldn't turn it off even with level 4 and 5, it was a glitch, and they did an emergency patch to fix that. There was a mod created so you could turn it off. So if you use that mod, it can turn it off. But I'd rather just avoid doing that, and hopefully they'll be able to fix it soon. And before she gets to level 3. And if she's not doing a lot of painting, she's probably not going to get as much fame, because the fame is definitely giving her a lot. The painting is giving her a lot of fame. I have noticed that painting and writing both give a lot of fame. And it doesn't look like kids can actually gain fame. I've not had any kids, like, even though he's doing things that can help with fame, I don't find that it's really helping very much. So you're going to actually do your homework. You're going to dominate your homework. I think your fun is probably, oh, it's not fully, we'll get it so it's fully up there. Because, of course, it takes a little bit longer because that's a cheap computer. She's been promoted to line learner. So what level is that? Let me take a look at this here. And drag that up to make it easier. So that is level 2. Oh, so she's just been promoted. So she needs to learn new lines by either using a mirror or selecting the sim. So we'll come over here. Is that the only mirror I have in here? Actually, before we go here, why don't we, I noticed his needs weren't quite as good, so we're just gonna, like, before she starts a big thing, we're going to rally the troops. She looks like she was gonna paint on her own. And where is her fun? She needs a little bit of fun, so I'm actually gonna have her continue to read that vampire lore book instead, and she can work on those lines a little later. instead. See, this is another reported issue, and I've had this happen in another save too, that teens, when you have a high reputation, which she has, you get job offers. So she has a job offer to start as a Code Monkey project manager, rank 5. So this is a really good way with Sims who are young adult or up. If you get a good reputation, you can start anywhere from level 3 to level 5 with certain careers. Usually, if you are an A student in high school, you can already start at level 3, so that's not really so special. If you buy the Connections reward trait, which I think is 3,000 points, it's not cheap. It's either 2,000 or 3,000. I'll check afterwards. You can start at level 4 automatically, but there's nothing that lets you start at level 5. So if you get something like this, it's actually really useful. But not so useful for her because she is a teen. So we're going to decline that job offer. There are reports on EA Answer headquarters about it where a few people have accepted the job offer as a teen. And you can't go to the job as you'd expect. But I think it maybe shows up on there. I haven't yet done it yet because I've never saved close enough to when I get the job offer, and I don't really want to lose my progress if it messes things up, so I've never actually personally accepted it. Though at some point, hopefully I'll get one soon enough, but I won't do it in this. I'll do it in an offline one to see what happens versus in my Let's Play. Because, of course, she doesn't want to be a tech guru. She wants to be an actress, so it actually makes no sense for her to accept that. Anyways, so let's see. So she's got that Read Vampirica volume thing. So now what I often do is I'll switch it over to this Renaissance Sim one, because the last one will just pick up as soon as she gets to level 3, which she probably is already, but I can just get it at any point. She doesn't need to be doing this right now. Let's look here. This is where we need to look. Level 3. It's at the bottom, or near the bottom. She is level 3, so it would give the points for the other one. So have you reached enough? Have you got your fun maxed now? You have. So why don't you go research, study the trends, and then do your homework. He doesn't seem to keep getting that hunger just doesn't get max, so maybe he should have a little snack to get that up, because the energy is max, but his hunger is not. Neither is hers, but hers is at least closer to being max than his is. So she's discovered the plasma pack creation. When reading about vampires, she discovered, so she can now make plasma packs from fish or frogs, which is one of the things I wanted her to be able to do. So that's really good, because now we have these cheap ones. I might keep some of them because in case I ever want to, so we can breed the frogs again. Complete the frog collection. It can be useful to have one of all of them. And these are, so these, we're going to do a lot of these. But I'm going to buy them a chest that we can put them in so we don't keep them all in her inventory. So it clears out her inventory a lot. And that's sunflower. And it's only one of them, so I'm not going to do it with that one. And so for him, he can't do it. We're going to put them all in her inventory because he doesn't actually need them. And if there's any extra duplicates when we transfer it over. But we're here actually to breed these frogs. The leopard frog. And we're going to put that over into her inventory so we can breed it there. And we're going to... I didn't grab that properly. Put them over into her inventory again. There we go. So you did your homework. I didn't see the message, so let's take a look. We'll briefly take a look at what the message was with the... So it's, oh, kids! That's not going to help. I don't know that this helps. I don't really know. I don't know how to do a kids one. I don't know if kids is something you need to do with the vlog, or if you can just do a toy review. I'll have to look that up, but that will be something we'll do in the next part, because I realized how long this part has gone on. So we're going to end this part here. But thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much!